All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. We love to get into the nitty-gritty of education,
Mm-hmm.
and there's always new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
So much research.
Yeah.
But one of the things that caught my eye recently was Kevin Brake's latest research.
Okay.
In particular, he had a quote that I just had to bring to this deep dive. He says, AI can help us tailor educational experiences to each student's unique learning style.
Wow.
I mean, that is just mind-blowing.
It is.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that quote really gets at the heart of some of the major shifts that are happening in education. Like, for so long, we've had this one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
Like everybody gets the same textbook, everybody gets the same lecture, everybody gets the same test.
Right.
But now we're starting to understand that students have different needs. They have different ways of learning. And
Yeah.
if we can personalize the learning experience, we can really help every student reach their full potential.
Right. And Brake's research really gets into, the how,
Well-
like, how do we actually do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the things that I thought was really interesting was his focus on flipped learning.
Oh, yeah. Flipped learning is so hot right now.
It is. And I'll be honest, like when I first heard about it, I was a little skeptical.
Yeah.
It was just like, wait, you're going to have the kids learn the stuff at home and then do the homework in class.
Like, I know it sounds counterintuitive at first,
It does.
but if you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I'm listening.
So instead of sitting through a boring lecture in class,
Yeah.
students can watch videos or do readings at home at their own pace, And then when they come to class, they're ready to actually apply what they've learned.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So instead of, me standing up at the front of the classroom
Right.
and droning on and on and on, the classroom becomes more of an active learning space
Exactly.
where they're working on projects, they're having discussions, they're, really engaging with the material.
And I actually have a real world example that might illustrate this point.
Let's hear it.
So when I was in high school, I had this history teacher who completely flipped her classroom.
Okay.
She got rid of the textbook.
No way.
Yeah, we were all like, what? No textbook. But instead of reading from the textbook, she had us read primary source documents, like actual letters and diaries from historical figures.
Wow.
And then we would have these super intense debates in class based on, what we had read.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I have to say, I learned so much more in that class than I ever did in any other history class because I was actively engaged with the material.
Right.
I wasn't just passively listening to someone talk at me.
Right.
I was actually thinking critically about it.
And that's one of the big promises of flipped learning.
Yeah.
Is that it makes learning more active,
Absolutely.
more engaging,
Yeah.
more meaningful. But I still have this question in my head. Like, where does AI fit into all of this?
Oh, that's a great question. And this is where I think it gets really exciting. So imagine an AI system that can track a student's progress as they're engaging with those pre-class materials,
Okay.
like the videos and the readings. And the AI can identify their strengths, their weaknesses, their preferred learning styles.
Oh, like that.
And then, based on all that data, the AI can actually personalize the activities and resources that are presented during class time.
So it's like, instead of every student getting the same worksheet
Oh, exactly.
or the same discussion prompt, they're getting something that's tailored to their individual needs
Precisely.
and how they learn best.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's pretty amazing.
It is.
And Kevin Brake's research actually goes even further than that.
Okay, tell me more.
He also talks about AI-powered tutoring systems.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine having access to a virtual tutor that's available 24/7 that can provide personalized feedback and support whenever a student needs it.
That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
I know, right?
But it's real.
But it's becoming a reality.
It is. It is.
And it really makes you think about the future of education. Like, what is the role of the teacher in this increasingly AI-driven world?
Yeah, that's a big question.
It is.
Are they facilitators? Are they mentors? Are they curators of experiences?
They're the above.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think all of those roles become even more important in this new landscape.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, AI is a tool, and it can be a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it can't replace the human connection that teachers bring to the classroom.
That's so true.
So for anyone listening out there
Yeah.
who's intrigued by all of this, I highly recommend checking out websites like Edutopia
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
or the Teaching and Learning Toolkit. They've got some great evidence-based resources on innovative teaching strategies.
Awesome.
And of course, Let us know what you think. What stood out to you? What questions do you have? Leave a comment. Keep those curious minds engaged. And we'll catch you next time
See you later.
on The Deep Dive.